In 2012, Peter Dinklage stood in front of Bennington College's graduating class and told them the one thing they didn't want to hear: you will fail. 13 years later, it still cuts deeper than Valyrian steel, and it might even be the greatest commencement speech ever given. Because not every celebrity pep talk comes with dragons and destiny. In fact, Peter's story began with failure. Let's take a deeper dive.
From the age of 23 to 29, after 2 years of job and couch surfing, I got a job in application processing as a data enterer at a place called Professional Examination Services. And I stayed for 6 years. I hated that job, and I clung to that job. Because of that job, I could afford my own place. We lived in, it had no heat or hot water. We didn't smell very good, but we had our youth. The youth gets old very quickly. You'll see. I had a rat, but that was okay because I got a cat. His name was Brian. So I put the couch on its end so Brian could climb it and look out the window. I had only the one window. I myself could not look out the window. It was quite high. No girlfriend? What, are you kidding me? No acting agent. But I had a cat named Brian who told me of the world outside. And I stayed for 10 years.
Everyone's had that job that feels less like work and more like a slow erosion of the soul. The kind where your only achievement is surviving another Monday. Peter had his for 6 years, while living in a freezing apartment for 10. And let's be real, Hollywood wasn't exactly lining up for an unknown actor with dwarfism. His odds weren't just low, they were microscopic. But staying there, that's not safety. That's paralysis disguised as duty. And the cruel part, we'll endure misery because change feels even scarier. When he was 29, his fear of change was replaced by something worse: fear of wasting his life. So he jumped, and that leap takes us into the next part of his story.
When I was 29, I told myself, the next acting job I get, no matter what it pays, I will, from now on, for better or worse, be a working actor. So I quit my position at the Professional Examination Services, but something good happened. I got a low-paying theater job in a play called Imperfect Love, which led to a film called 13 Moons with the same writer, which led to other roles, which led to other roles. And I've worked as an actor ever since. I didn't know that would happen. At 29, walking away from data processing, I was terrified. 10 years in a place without heat, 6 years at a job I felt stuck in. Maybe I was afraid of change. Are you? My parents didn't have much money, but they struggled to send me to the best schools. And one of the most important things they did for me, and graduates, maybe you don't want to hear this, is that once I graduated, I was on my own. Financially, it was my turn. I couldn't be lazy. Now I'm totally lazy, but back then, I couldn't be. And so at 29, and at very long last, I was in the company of the actors and writers and directors I'd sought out that first year, that first day after school. I am by their sides. Raise the rest of your life to meet you. Don't search for defining moments because they will never come. The moments that define you have already happened, and they will already happen again. You just get a bit derailed. But soon something starts to happen. Trust me. A rhythm sets in. just like it did after your first few days here. Just try not to wait until, like me, you're 29 before you find it. And if you are, that's fine too. Some of us never find it. But you will. Now, I tell this story because the world might say you are not allowed to yet. I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it. What did Beckett say? Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail again, fail better. The world is yours. Treat everyone kindly and light up the night.
Everyone waits for their big break, the perfect audition, the perfect pitch, the perfect Instagram-worth moment. But Peter kills that fantasy. Your life isn't built on singular victories. It's built on small, repeated risks. Failure happens all the time. You can't walk around it, but you can walk through it. But no one's coming. No savior, no miracle. Just you and whether you finally say go. Give your own permission, and you settle for a life built on someone else's script. This is where John Maxwell's book, Failing Forward, picks up the torch. The book puts this clearly. Fail backward, you stay down. Or fail forward, and you use a stumble as a next step. Peter failed forward so many times he ended up in Westeros. And that's the kind of ugly momentum the book shows you how to build. Links is in the video description if you want the full playbook. Here's the brutal truth. If you haven't failed in anything, you probably haven't tried anything worth doing. So here's our dare to you. Before the week is out, take one step you know could flop. Send that pitch, ask that person out, submit that application. If it works out, perfect, but if it fails, that's just a starting line. The goal is never to avoid failure, it's to stop waiting for proof you're ready. Peter knew that. Now you do too. So, go fail forward, and when it doesn't make sense, we're here. Subscribe to the Happy Vault. Thanks for watching.